Folks, 9 years ago today, the families in Newtown were hit especially hard. No matter how long it's been, every one of those families relives the news they got that day. 20 precious first graders, 6 heroic educators, a lone gunman in an unconscionable act of violence. Everything changed that morning for you, and the nation was shocked. For me and for Barack, the shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School was one of the saddest days we were in office, those 8 years. But as we got to know you, and I got to know so many of you personally, I spoke to every one of your families and I found hope in your strength as you turned pain into purpose to change the laws and the culture around gun violence. At the time, remember, because of your leadership, we forged a broad coalition and enacted more than 20 executive orders. We came close to legislation, but we came up short. It was so darn frustrating. And it's still frustrating now for you and me and so many others. In Parkland, Florida, and Oxford, Michigan, in countless communities across the country, there's these horrific shootings that make national headlines and embarrass us as a nation. And for many others, every day, particularly in black and brown communities, there's the equivalent of a mass shooting we don't even hear about. As a nation, we owe all these families more than our prayers. We owe them action. From my earliest months as president, I've acted. Curbing the proliferation of ghost guns, cracking down on rogue gun dealers, promoting safe firearm storage. You know, in my American Rescue Plan, it's a fancy way of saying historic $470 billion investment. We encourage states and cities to use that money to reduce gun violence, among other things. In my budget, I'm calling for doubling the funding for gun violence prevention research, including examining gun violence as a public health threat, which it is in my view. There are 3 common sense bills to reduce gun violence that the Senate should pass now, right away, long overdue. One requires more extensive background checks for gun sales. One is to keep guns out of the hands of more abusers. My Build Back Better legislation, which would make a landmark $5 billion investment in community violence prevention and intervention programs to support trusted leaders who work directly with people who are most likely to commit gun crimes or become gun victims before it's too late. These programs work. Again, I know our politics is frustrating. It can be frustrating. It's particularly frustrating now. But we can't give up hope. We can't stop. I've helped beat the NRA with your help twice. It can be done again. We have to keep up the pressure. May God bless all those innocent lives in Newtown and all across the country, and all of you who have been the victims of gun violence and your families have suffered from it. My heart breaks for you, but we have to act. We can't give up. We got to get it done. God bless you all, and God bless the loved ones who are left behind.